Digital enterprise management, one of the top most and needed specialization today. And I'm so happy to welcome Mr. Shobhit Gupta, who is doing MBA from IIM Udaipur in the set specialization. Scaling up from BTech to MBA in this particular institution, I'm sure he will have a lot of inputs and insight and tips for people who wanted to do MBA from IIM Udaipur. In the podcast today, he will definitely share, we will request him to share his journey, how he entered, how he prepared, how he scaled up from BTech, how was his experience for 4.5 years in product management, data analytics, data management. I'm so happy that he has this exposure. And also, what kind of career my viewers, my followers can look up to from his own mouth. So, this is Dr. Sunita Tank welcoming all of you on our podcast series, Insights from Professionals on Leader in Making. Over to you, Shobhit.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for such a brief introduction. Really appreciate. Pleasure is all mine to be host today and be part of your audience. I'm looking forward to add value to your audience through this medium.
Wonderful. So please let us know how you thought about this specialization, because you have done your BTech, I think way back in 2018, 19, then you worked for 4.5 years. Why you opted for this particular specialization and this particular IIM institution?
So post completion of my undergrad, I have worked with Accenture Technologies for close to 4.5 years.
Okay.
And MBA was always there on my radar. Okay. Because that is something which boosts our candidature and help us in excelling ahead in IT field.
True.
So I was looking forward for an executive MBA program. Okay. And considering my past work experience, which revolved in and around to technology. So I thought digital enterprise management from IIM Udaipur will be the perfect fit.
Okay.
This course is one of a kind in our country, which is a full-time residential, and the complete curriculum is being designed by the industry leaders.
Okay.
You name any technology, we have all as part of our curriculum in which all the students are being taught and they are being ready for the upcoming industry trends.
Okay.
So that was one of the prime reason for me to opting for this program, as this somewhere helps me and also work side by side with my past experience.
Okay. So you mean to say when you were working after BTech, you were moving into that particular IT technologies and inputs. That is why you opted for this particular program.
Agree. Totally agree. I mean, during my work experience, I've been working majorly on the AI-based virtual assistant of Google.
Okay.
So as part of this curriculum of our course, we are being taught technologies like artificial intelligence, blockchain, IoT, along with the general management courses. So that is something which adds, and somewhere this course is bridging up the gap between the IT with the management side. So this definitely helps, and I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. So blockchain is definitely very much in demand, and I'm sure it is going to be in the demand for another 2 to 3 decades. So the immediate question which came to my mind that there are a lot of programs in blockchain technology also, but you opted for this particular program. So what was the reason of choosing this program?
Again, the curriculum is being designed in such a way that it focuses and helps us in learning all the general management requirements as well from the industry perspective. We have courses like business statistics, accounting for managers, economics, which helps us in learning these fundamental things which are required from a managerial position. And side by side along with that, we are being touching on all the digital trends and latest technologies. So that is the prime reason.
Okay. So when in your career after BTech, when you were working, when you decided that this is the time I have to go for this program?
Well, I came across this program back in 2021.
Okay.
While MBA was always there in my radar, as I mentioned earlier, I always wanted to go for it. So after going and looking after it, I tried to go for it and started my learning and my complete process to go for the entrance exam. And accordingly, I applied for it last year in the month of November.
तो इसके लिए आपने एग्जाम कौन सा दिया था and how you prepared for it?
So I appeared for GRE for this exam, and it took me in total 2.5 months of preparation.
Okay.
So GRE is a global standard exam which is being followed mostly by the US universities for the admission of masters.
Okay.
And
Okay.
it comprises of majorly two sections, verbal along with quantitative.
Okay.
A student, whenever will be appearing, will have 5 sections comprising either 2 of verbal or 3 quantitative and vice versa.
Okay. Okay.
And accordingly, I appeared for it. And in the first attempt itself, I got a good respectable score, which helped me in converting IIM Udaipur.
Okay. Were you applying to other IIMs also apart from Udaipur, or this program is only being conducted by IIM Udaipur?
Not really. In India, I only applied for IIM Udaipur. While there were certain universities which I looked for from the US, I
Okay.
got admit over there as well. But after looking at the ROI, in the end, I turned out and selected IIM Udaipur.
So what do you mean by ROI? You mean to say the fees and the placements?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there are many different parameters which are being looked after when we are opting for masters.
Okay.
If we are going abroad, then it does cost a lot on our pocket. And along with that, the total return on investment time duration is also comparatively high. While in comparison to coming over here in this institute, this seemed to be a better option to me. So that is why I opted for it.
I'm so happy that in the between of the podcast only you have opted for a very beautiful justification, and you have given the definition that why we people should prefer, good institution, not just from abroad but from India also. And students, it is very important the way Shobhit is explaining. ROI is very, very important. So, and he found IIM Udaipur to be a better institution to have a good return as per ROI. So while you were preparing for GRE, you were able to clear this IIM Udaipur entrance test in first shot itself?
So GRE is a separate exam. This is not being conducted by IIM Udaipur.
Of course.
And yes, I appeared only once for this exam.
Okay.
And primarily there were two or three different sources of references which I used while preparing for it. We
Okay.
have certain standard books which are being provided by the test host itself. They are the GRE preparation material for both verbal along with quant.
Okay.
After going through from those books, I appeared for certain mock tests, and still I was not satisfied with my score in the mock test.
Okay.
So further to hone my skills for the quant section, I referred to the 5-pound book by Manhattan. That
Okay.
helped a lot because it has a segregation of each topic with a different difficulty level of questions.
Okay.
And for verbal section, I referred to the Play Cards application, which is available on Play Store and iOS, again by Magoosh. This helped me in learning the key difficult words which are being used in the examination for be it reading comprehension section or the other in the blank section in GRE. So that is how my whole preparation revolved. And I can't emphasize, but giving as many mocks as possible will help a lot to the aspiring students.
Wonderful. That means your GRE score was good enough to, get an entry. Would you like to tell us something about the interview also? What happened in the interview? What were the possible questions so that people can prepare accordingly for this program to get an entry there?
Yeah, sure. Sure. So to give more about the complete admission process, it's a 3-stage process in which initially we have to fill out the application form, giving all the information of our past criteria and past achievements. Along with that, with our application form, we have to submit a short video of ourselves of around 2 to 3 minutes in which we are discussing and telling about what we have achieved and what are the key differentiating factors for which we are the perfect candidature for this program.
Okay.
Based on that, our form which we fill and our video, we also submit our entrance exam score, CAT, GRE, and GMAT. All 3 scores are accepted for this program.
Wonderful. Okay.
After being looked by the program office and based on their criteria, they shortlist certain students for the face-to-face interview.
Okay.
During that face-to-face interview, we have a panel. In my case, there were 3 members. One of them is the advisory board committee member of our program, and there were 2 other members as well.
Okay. Okay.
The interview majorly revolved in and around from my past work experience and how I can add value if I'll be shortlisted for this. Along with that, there was one case study which was also given to me, and they just wanted to understand what is my approach, as whatever I have worked in past, if that is something I have learned and I can implement directly, instantly, if any new problem is given to me. So based
Okay.
on that, the final cut is being made and students are get shortlisted.
Okay. So what is the cohort size in this particular course?
Yeah. So currently it's the fourth batch which is going on, still a new course, but we have seen approximately 4x growth in the batch size.
Okay.
For the 2023-24 pass out batch, the batch size is of 61 students.
Okay, wonderful. So I'm sure you must be seeing students from or candidates or professional, working professional from varied backgrounds in this particular course, not just from IT. So how
Yes.
easy it is for people who are not from technology, who are not from blockchain, or who have not worked on AI like you have did in your 4.5 years. How easy is it for other people coming from different streams as well?
So we have a pretty diverse background currently in our cohort.
Okay.
The complete course is designed in such a way that we have industry leaders who come as a guest lecturer and as our faculty members who help all the students in learning all these technologies which I have mentioned.
Okay.
Along with that, to make sure that each student is learning things, we have a special life project program which goes on, in which as a student we work on the real life problem from the industry. It is a in total 3 months duration program in which we have to devote and work virtually, where we'll be working on a real industry problem, and there will be an industry mentor which will be helping us in making sure that whatever we are delivering is meeting the criteria and with the best possible quality as well.
Okay. Okay. So what is the total duration of the program? Is it 1 year only?
Yes, it is 1 year.
Okay. And apart from all these resources, do they offer placement support also while you have gone through counseling? So what are the placement opportunities or you have seen in the past? What kind of support this institution is offering for this particular program?
Yeah. So post completion of the course itself, we have a complete 100% placement support as well provided by the institute.
Okay.
We have our placement reports which are being uploaded on our website,
Sure.
and they are even being audited from the outsiders, which helps
Okay.
us in keeping the trust and faith for the upcoming students.
Sure.
So there is an end-to-end support. Usually our placement season starts from November, and it hardly takes 1 month or so for the complete batch to get placed.
Okay. So while you have already gone through this particular program and you are into that, what kind of industry, what kind of companies, what kind of roles and packages you have seen that, the companies are coming, or you have the information about that, just to brief up to our followers?
Yeah. So for the last year batch, the 2023 pass out batch, we have seen a diverse roles which are being offered to our cohort members.
Sure.
When I talk about diverse, it means we have the offerings made for a product manager role, program manager. In
Okay.
consulting, we had general management consulting role, tech consulting role. And
Okay.
along with that, in the field of analytics as well, there were roles which were being offered to the past batch.
Mm-hmm.
Regarding the salary and CTC which is being offered, all the details are uploaded on our website,
Okay.
and whoever is interested can refer to it for the numbers. Those
Okay.
all are the audit reports which are
Okay.
available.
Okay. So what kind of role you are looking after completion of this program? Because you already have an experience in hand for this.
So I'm pretty much open to all the roles, frankly speaking. The
Okay.
only key criteria and differentiating factor which I'm seeking is I want to stay in touch with the technology,
Okay.
as I'm a firm believer that technology is something which will create a key differentiating factor in the future. So
Sure.
whatever role of organization is there, which I'll be going ahead, technology should be there. And I'm open to both the roles of consulting or product related. But yeah, primarily goal is to learn, as this is pretty much still a new phase for me and I'm still at a very young stage in my career hierarchy. So yeah, I'm open to it. Only technology is something which I'm seeking.
Okay, wonderful. Now, when I see your profile or when I hear out to you, I see that you are from absolutely a technology background because you have done your BTech, you have done your MBA. And what I am understanding after listening to you, that with the kind of infrastructure, the faculty they have, the guest lectures they have from industry people. Anybody coming from a different background will be able to adopt this, maybe from science, humanity, arts, when they are doing these courses in, undergraduate level. So what is your say on this viewpoint?
Yes, definitely. I mean, no doubt in that. Even currently in our cohort, there are approximately 40% of the batch which belongs to non-tech background.
Okay.
And they are performing and doing very well. In
Okay.
fact, apart from that, as part of our curriculum, IIM Udaipur promotes the complete cohort-based learning,
Okay.
in which we all are being divided in study groups and peer learning is being taken care in each and every subject. Like I
Okay.
mentioned, there are many fundamental courses as well. So at the same point of time, those who are belonging to non-tech background, they help us and add value in our learning process for courses like accountancy, economics, or
Mhm.
business statistics. So it's more like a seesaw in which everyone is trying and helping each other to maintain the constant balance and the equilibrium.
Sure. So would you like to name in general top five or maybe some few names of top companies which you feel that, yes, when you do a course MBA from digital enterprise management, yes, these are the companies I would like to target. Would you like to name some for our people? Because we have people from 18 to 34 to 40 years age group on our channel, and they would like to hear out some company names as well, because I am also very curious to know which companies has a broad scope for this course.
Well, from my individual perspective, I'm open to both startups as well established Fortune 500 companies.
Okay.
Talking about most of the prominent recruiters who participated in our recruitment process, we have from the consulting background all the big four which participate
Okay.
and recruit from us. Along
Okay.
with that, we have certain companies from logistic background like Delivery is there and many others.
Sure.
From strategy perspective, we have Accenture strategy, Accenture technology, which hire from us.
Sure.
And on the product line as well, we have many other companies who hire.
Wonderful. So for viewers, Big Four is definitely EY, Deloitte, KPMG, and PricewaterhouseCoopers, because these four companies are favorite for any students. So, I even witnessed from your profile that you have some exposure of working on foreign internships as well from Italy. Would you like to share some experience and exposure of that journey with us and how it added to your growth at the place where you are right now?
Yeah, definitely. So as part of our curriculum of undergrad of Bachelor of Technology, it is being mandatory that after completion of second year, we
Mhm.
have to pursue a internship from an well-established organization.
Okay.
And for the same, I got a chance as there are two organizations, CTIF and a Vishwaniketan Institute.
Okay.
Both of them provide a platform to Indian students to pursue their internship from a European or American university.
Okay.
They have a complete selection criteria, and based upon our interests and professors, they provide us a platform to pursue a research internship.
Okay.
I applied to the same and got a chance to work under guidance of Professor Ernestina Cianza. She is
Okay.
a very well-known face in the research industry.
Okay.
She's from Rome, Italy, and I've pursued my internship from Tor Vergata University. It
Okay.
was a 6 week based program in which I've worked primarily on the neural network dataset of patients suffering from Parkinson.
Okay.
So it added a lot of value as it helped me in understanding different cultures and how different culture people work. Because working in India is altogether different, while working with Europeans in their origin country is different. So it helped me a lot and gave me a lot of exposure as well.
So what major difference you found when you're working in your native company, your own country, and when you are working for a European country? I mean, from a person who has never been to Europe.
Mhm. Okay, so I can share one personal instance which I had. Like usually, what from Indian mindset and thought process, it is being open that we believe in completing in our deadlines,
Okay.
even if it is required that we may push from our time frame of 9 hours. We are even open to push for it and work extra to make sure that deadline is being met.
Sure.
While in contrary, what my experience is with Europeans is they are very much punctual and they are open to meet the deadlines, but for that they require their own thought process and they require extra things. And they believe to only work for the certain fixed time frame and not extend for it.
Okay, okay. Any major cultural difference also?
Uh, Not much. I mean, they are pretty much open.
Okay,
And as we are currently in 2023, we have globalization which is happening. So I never really felt that much kind of a difference. But yeah, overall, it was a great and new learning experience for me.
so going forward, would you like to work in India or would you like to prefer working in foreign countries?
Well, I'm open to everything because at the end of the day, the learning is something which matters to me the most. And I
Sure.
believe going both have their own pros and cons, and I'm open to both.
Sure. I personally feel after talking to you and after having a detailed look on your profile that your working experience has contributed a lot for you to choose this program. Would you like to help us in going through that journey from BTech, from your first job, how you navigated in different companies, different profiles, and here you are? Just brief about every organization and every role in quick pieces.
Yeah, sure. So, post completion of my undergrad, I joined Accenture Technologies in
Okay,
their Pune delivery center.
okay,
Over there, I worked for a time span of 4 months, and post
oh,
that, I got my first project in Delhi NCR region for Google as our client.
okay, wonderful.
During my complete duration of 4.5 years, I worked on different roles and responsibilities by joining as an associate and then later on working as a data analyst to a senior data analyst. And in the end, managing and working end to end, collaborating with the clients and managing a team as well.
Okay.
So, technology is something which played a key role in this as I worked and upskilled accordingly as per the requirement of my role.
Mm-hmm.
And there are multiple roles of responsibilities which were on me, and I made sure that the complete SDLC cycle of delivery is being done by our team, and I got a chance to lead certain teams as well for the same.
Okay. So your first organization for was Accenture.
Yeah. During my complete tenure till now, 4.5 years, I only worked in Accenture.
Okay.
I haven't made any other changes or switch as such.
That's a wonderful and unbelievable stability at this stage of your career. Would you like to share some experience wherein it was highly challenging for you to overcome?
Yeah, sure. So during my work experience at Accenture itself, there were certain deliverables, especially during the pandemic. So one of our teammate was infected by the virus and she had to take a leave and she was only for approximately 1 month and so.
Okay.
There were certain critical dependencies which were made on her for which the complete team was not aware of.
Okay.
So that was a very difficult phase to overcome as I was the one who should have filled the shoe for her.
Mhm.
That particular phase helped me a lot in learning and growing as a person who is working, because at the end what matters the most is that we are meeting the client requirements and we are meeting all their expectations and doing the delivery within the expected timeline.
True.
So yeah,
True.
that helped me a lot. And they showed me that we should always be ready to all the possible outcomes and we should not be completely dependent on a one single person for a complete workflow, as that can hamper us a lot.
Okay. Okay. So since you already have a a really beautiful working experience, what kind of function you look forward, because you are into everything, AI, blockchain, and a lot of other things, data analytics, data management. So what top three roles you are targeting for yourself?
So primarily, I am targeting for a role of product manager, as that is something which even complements my past work experience.
Sure.
Because I have worked on a certain product and made sure there are certain deliverables which are being made end to end. So
Okay.
that is something which complements and interests me.
Okay.
And along with that, I'm even open for a role of a tech consultant, as
Okay.
technology is something which has always been in my career. And the consultation role is also complementing because in my last work I have worked and managed a team, along with that, work directly with our stakeholders and clients at the level
Sure.
of program managers.
Mhm.
So that is also something which I think helps me.
Okay.
And in and around these are the two key areas which I'm looking forward for in
Okay.
terms of future course or future career.
Okay, wonderful. So when you see that there are so many different people from varied background, what are your three quick learnings when you have joined your recent cohort from the culture you have received from IIM Udaipur?
Yeah. So the very first learning which I felt is that everyone is bringing something new to the table based
Okay.
upon their own past experiences. Like
Mhm.
this course is specially designed for the executive people who have minimum 3 years of past work experience.
Okay.
So
So
one should
that's the
always be open.
eligibility criteria you mean to say. 3 years minimum
Yes,
experience is there. Okay.
yes,
Okay.
minimum 3 years of work ex is required to be
Okay.
part of this course.
Okay.
So the very first learning is we should always be open
Sure.
to learning, as that is something which will help us in and excel us.
Okay.
Secondly is, which I learned a lot from others, is empathy, because there
Okay.
have been certain instances in which there are people who always try to help other in
Hmm.
excelling and making sure that everyone is meeting their own deadlines. So
Hmm.
it helps, and this is one of the key differentiating criteria which help any future upcoming leader.
Hmm. Hmm.
So empathy is the second one which I learned. And third thing is a teamwork. As I mentioned that we all have to work in group projects to making sure that all the deadlines are met. So after coming to Udaipur, I deeply believe that teamwork is like a dream work. And if we are working and dividing and trusting our team members, then that can help us a lot. And it can help us in achieving whatever we want to.
Wonderful. What a beautiful summarization. I mean, soft skills do play a major role and long lasting role when Shobit explains be open, be empathetic, and then teamwork is the crux of your success. Any last word, last suggestions, tips, insights to people, a success strategy for people who want to come for this particular MBA executive program?
I just want to say that one should always have a belief on him and her, and there is no shortcuts to the success. If
Okay.
one wants to achieve, then anyone can do it. It's just they have to follow a certain rules, and consistency is the key to excelling in the life.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. Thank you so much, Shobhit, for these wonderful insights and tips. I'm sure our viewers are going to definitely get a lot of insight and a lot of valuable, inputs from you, especially for explaining the GRE so well. And I'm sure people who have further doubts, queries from Shobhit Gupta, we will definitely put the video link on LinkedIn as well. We'll tag Shobhit Gupta so that people who wish to take him as his mentor, coach, and guide to be successful in their journey of career can directly contact Shobhit Gupta. Shobhit, I'm extremely thankful for you being on our channel Leader in Making. We believe that, insights from people like you can really benefit the youth of our country.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Pleasure is all mine to be on the channel. Thank you for hosting me.
And we wish to call you some other time when you get a good placement from your IIM Udaipur program. And the moment we see that, yes, you are ready to share your insights again on the corporate journey, that will be the second podcast with you. Thank you so much for being with us today. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Looking forward to it. Thank you.